From Kashmir to Kanyakumari, India is a spellbinding mosaic of culture, tradition, languages, and an extraordinary mingling civilization. Keeping its age-old culture maintained, today the country is taking huge strides in the path of development. Hello, I'm your host Skyrim Zimik, and today in our episode of My India, we bring you some of the stories that will give a glimpse of our country's diversity. A good teacher acts as a guidance force for individuals and helps them to prosper. The importance and contribution of a good teacher is celebrated as the festival of Guru Purnima every year by Hindus, Jains and Buddhists. Let's have a look at this year's celebrations.
Guru Nanak Dev once said, "Let no man in the world live in delusion. Without a guru, none can cross to the other shore." A teacher or guru not just imparts knowledge and moral lessons, but also plays an important role in shaping the life and mindset of an individual. To pay homage and offer respect to all teachers, every year the festival of Guru Purnima is celebrated in India.
2 साल पहले जब देखें तो यहाँ इतना भीड़ होता था कि आदमी को नहाने के लिए वेट करना पड़ता था, यानी कि कपड़ा कहाँ रखें, इतना भीड़ होता था, गैदरिंग होता था। लेकिन अभी आप देख सकते हैं कि जगह जगह कितना कम आदमी है। हर एक घाट पर आप भी जाके देखिएगा तो आदमी की कमी है, और कोरोना के कारण लोग पूर्णमासी को भी अपने घर पर ही नहा के और अपना इस इष्ट देव को आराधना किए हैं, इष्ट देव का।
On this auspicious day, devotees across various parts of the country bathed in holy rivers and offered prayers at temples. It is believed that taking a dip in the holy Ganges cleanses the soul and brings the individual closer to God. In Kanpur city of Uttar Pradesh, devotees offered prayers, milk, water and sandalwood to Lord Shiva to mark the occasion and dedicated the festival to their spiritual teachers.
आज जो गुरु पूर्णिमा है बड़े ही हर्ष और उल्लास के साथ आनंदेश्वर मठ में मनाई जाएगी, और सभी भक्तों को कोरोना कोविड के तहत पूर्ण सुरक्षा के साथ आने का उनको वचन दिया है कि सब अपनी अपनी सुरक्षा से आएँ, मास्क सैनिटाइजर लगा के आएँ।
Guru Purnima is celebrated by Hindus, Jains and Buddhists who pay their respect to their teachers. The festival is celebrated on the full moon day of Ashadh month, which coincides with the Gregorian months of June-July. According to Hindu beliefs, a guru holds an exalted position even higher than that of the god. The day is also known as Vyas Purnima, as the day marks the birth anniversary of the Hindu epic Mahabharat's author Ved Vyas. The festival was revived by Mahatma Gandhi to pay tribute to his guru Srimad Rajchandra, a Jain poet and also a philosopher.
India is a country where Sufism has not just flourished but has also become a way of integrating different religious communities. Even today, the teachings of these saints inform the lives of people and act as a guiding force for many. One such shrine is that of Hazrat Lakhdata Pir Sahib that has been guiding devotees of all religions for years.
Situated in the Nahan town of Himachal Pradesh, the shrine of Sufi saint Hazrat Lakhdata Pir Sahib has served as a synonym of communal harmony for generations, which is thronged by a large number of devotees every day from across the nation, irrespective of their religion. Regarded as one of the greatest Sufi saints, Hazrat Lakhdata Pir Sahib throughout his life spread the message of Sufism and peace.
मैं जब भी यहाँ नाहन में मेरा आना हुआ है तो मैं लखदाता पीर के इस मकाम के ऊपर मैं हाज़िरी ज़रूर देता हूँ, कोशिश करता हूँ, भरसक प्रयास करता हूँ भरसक कि यहाँ हाज़िरी ज़रूर लगाऊँ। और इस बार भी मैं इस हाज़िरी के लिए यहाँ पर लखदाता पीर के इस मकाम के ऊपर पहुँचा हूँ। ये लखदाता पीर का मकाम एक ऐसी जगह है, ऐसा मकाम है जिसमें हर जाति समुदाय हर वर्ग का व्यक्ति यहाँ पर अपनी हाज़िरी के लिए तत्पर रहता है और ये एक ऐसा स्थान है जहाँ पर भाईचारे की एक पूरी मिसाल बनी रहती है। ये एक अपने आप में एक बहुत बड़ी बात है जिसका हमारा ये संदेश पूरी दुनिया में हिमाचल प्रदेश के इस लखदा पीर के मकाम से, इस मंदिर से दुनिया में जाता है कि यहाँ पर जो हमारा भाईचारा है हर जाति समुदाय का, वो एक आपसी परिवार की तरह है।
Coming from far and wide, these devotees attended the prayers to seek the blessings of the holy saint. It is believed that saint fulfills the wishes of all and nobody returns empty-handed from here. The aroma of the shrine serenades the devotees into cheerfulness and a belief of fulfillment ensues in them.
हजरत लगदाता पीर सैकड़ों सालों से शहर में, न केवल शहर में अपितु पूरी रियासत में सर्वधर्म भाईचारे का प्रतीक रहा है। यहाँ सैकड़ों सालों से हिंदू, मुस्लिम, सिख, ईसाई सभी धर्मों के लोग लगदाता पीर की दरगाह पे शीश नभाते हैं, मनोकामनाएं पूरी होती हैं। यहाँ इस ऐतिहासिक मकबरे का निर्माण रियासत काल में हुआ।
Since ages, the Sufi saints like Hazrat Lagdata Pir Sahib have propagated the message of spiritualism and harmony in our country, and their teachings are still playing a significant role in strengthening the thread of secularism.
Now, a roundup of some of the major stories that made news recently.
India's eastern Kolkata city recently converted a railway coach into a vaccination center for the railway staff as a part of the country's immunization drive against COVID-19. Porters at Sialda railway station of the city were seen standing in a queue outside the train coach turned vaccination center, wearing their designated uniform with red shirts and traditional turbans and carrying copies of their identity cards, awaiting their turn at a railway platform.
We have arranged for a vaccination camp over here in Sialda. We have been doing this for the entire month, for the month of July. We have arranged for this camp for the railway employees along with the coolies and the workers who are for there in the contractual basis, and also we will look for anybody who is not from also the railway. We can also give their vaccinations if time permits.
India asked its citizens aged between 18 and 44 years to register on its online platform for vaccination, and in the first phase asked them to come for inoculation only with a pre-booked appointment online. However, several camps were also organized across the country from the remote regions of Himalayan terrains to the islands of Sundarbans to cover the less educated and digitally unconnected citizens. Giant version of cottage cheese sweet balls, Rasgulla weighing 1 kilogram draws sweet-toothed Indians to a shop in eastern Gaya city. India's all-time favorite sweet Rasgulla is a soft spongy ball made from cottage cheese dipped in sugar syrup. Sweet lovers queued up at the city's Panditji's sweet shop, famous for its large-sized sweets, and taste the mouth-watering Rasgullas.
इसका जैसे टेस्ट भी अलग है थोड़ा, और मिठाई से अगर देखें तो साइज भी इसका अच्छा है, मतलब प्राइस के अकॉर्डिंग साइज भी अच्छा है, टेस्ट भी अच्छा है, वही इसी चलते लोग प्रीफर भी करते हैं.
Panditji's sweet shop was established in 1969 and sells over 30 varieties of sweets, including rasgullas weighing from 250 grams to 2 kilograms. United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization or UNESCO has declared India's Harappan excavation site from Indus Valley Civilization era as a heritage site. Discovered in 1968 by archaeologist Jagatpati Joshi, Dhulavira is the first excavation site from Indus Valley Civilization in India to get the World Heritage tag. According to experts, this site was a commercial and manufacturing hub for 1500 years before the decline of the Indus Valley civilization. It was considered the fifth largest metropolis of this civilization.
डेवलपमेंट करना पड़ेगा, उस साइट को फिजिकल डेवलपमेंट करने की भी ज़रूरत है। जो आज सिर्फ 25% जितना उत्खनन किया है, हमको उसको ज़्यादा उत्खनन करना पड़ेगा। इसके इर्द गिर्द जो कल्चरल डेवलपमेंट और विलेज का डेवलपमेंट वो भी करना पड़ेगा।
The site contains fortification with walls made of sandstones and limestone. It also has some reservoirs, marketplace, festivities area, 9 gates with unique designs among other things. Unlike other Harappan site, Dholavira doesn't have any human mortal remains.
And next we take you to Bhubaneswar, where a voluntary organization has been setting an example of love and brotherhood by feeding the disabled people across faiths. They have been doing it since the beginning of the pandemic, and till date they have served around 29,000 people. Take a look.
It's been said, service to the needy and poor is service to God itself. Several acts of kindness could be seen in every nook and corner of the country, where individuals and NGOs have stepped up to provide different kinds of aid like ration, allowances, oxygen cylinders, clothes and more. In order to feed the hungry and serve a greater cause, an NGO named Narayan Seva Sansthan has been providing free ration kits to the visually challenged people in Bhubaneswar city of Odisha.
12 जुलाई को नारायण सेवा संस्थान ने ब्लाइंड एसोसिएशन उड़ीसा के साथ मिलकर 109 प्रज्ञाचक्षु फैमिलीज़ को राशन पहुंचाया है। ये ऐसी फैमिलीज़ हैं जो बमुश्किल अपने पेट का भरण पोषण कर पाती हैं, अपने परिवार का भरण पोषण कर पाती हैं। कई तो मजदूरी करते हैं, दिखता नहीं, फिर भी बहुत मुश्किल से मेहनत करके अपना घर खर्च चलाते हैं।
The NGO provides free monthly ration kits worth rupees 2,500 each to blind families. One ration kit contains 25 kgs of rice, 2 kgs of lentils, oil, sugar, salt, chili powder, turmeric powder and coriander powder. The organization has a target of providing free monthly ration to around 50,000 blind families in Odisha, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. Out of this, 60% of the target has been achieved till now.
हमारा जो लॉकडाउन चलता है, अभी लॉकडाउन पर हमारा धंधा बंद हो जाएगा, लेकिन जो हमारा नारायण सेवा संस्था राजस्थान उदयपुर के लिए जो हमको राशन दिया था, उनका राशन में पाने के लिए हम मदद कीजिए। लेकिन हम खुशी है, लेकिन राजस्थान संस्था उदयपुर के लिए हम बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद बधाई दे सकते हैं।
The Narayan Seva Sansthan had conducted various campaigns during the pandemic, such as distribution and delivery of free of cost corona medicine kits, cooked meals, free ration kits and more across the nation. So far, 2,837 corona medicine kits, 2,17,895 food packets and 30,205 ration kits have been given away by the NGO to the families in need.
Rural India is home to more than 2/3 of the country's 1.35 billion people. With less percentage of its population having access to internet and televisions, radio becomes as an important source of news and information. In times like these of the pandemic, community radios are stepping up in rural areas to eradicate myths and misinformation regarding the COVID-19 pandemic and help the villages in making informed decisions.
When Imran Khan, a radio presenter, leans towards his mic and says good morning at 9 a.m., thousands of people hear his voice booming through their radios. Khan is one of the 8 reporters and news presenters at Radio Mewat a community radio station located in the Nuh district of Haryana. In the district, only 27% of the population owns TV sets and smartphones, making the other part of the population misinformed or losing touch with daily news. But this gap has been bridged by Radio Mewat's operation since the last 10 years that has emerged as a tool to dispel misinformation about the coronavirus.
लोगों को पता नहीं था किस तरीके से लॉकडाउन होगा, ये बीमारी क्या है, क्या कोरोना है, लेकिन उसमें हमने जो एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, डॉक्टर्स हैं, उनको अपने रेडियो तक लेकर आए और लोगों तक इन्फॉर्मेशन हम बार बार पहुंचाए थे कि आप कैसे बचाव करेंगे, क्या ये बीमारी है, क्या इसके लक्षण हैं। और उसके बाद जब वैक्सीन आ गई तो लोगों को बहुत सारी वैक्सीन को लेकर भी लोगों के मन में भय था कि अगर हम वैक्सीन लगवाएंगे तो बांझ हो जाएंगे, बच्चे नहीं होंगे आगे चल के, वैक्सीन लगवाए तो धीरे धीरे आप मर जाएंगे। जो इस तरीके की बातें निकल आती थी, जो सोशल मीडिया पर आम रही है हर तरीके की अफवाहें, तो रेडियो मेवात ने हर सवाल को नोट किया।
Radio Mewat, through its programs and narrowcasting, relays health department messages regarding the deadly disease and vaccines in a simplified manner to the people of Nuh. The radio station has been spreading awareness on a number of issues in the district, which has a literacy rate of just over 55%, thus bringing about awareness regarding the menaces in the society. The station also brings in experts, doctors and COVID-19 survivors to make people understand the dangers of the pandemic and importance of vaccine. The radio runs from 8 am to 10 pm with a 2-hour break in the middle, but its small team often works overtime to contribute more to the cause.
It is the most backward district, so it was very important that the radio came in good stead and started addressing the concerns. There were so many myths going on, there was so much of misinformation, there was this whole huge factory of fake news, and that is the time when the radio really took it on itself to communicate to the community that this is a problem, it's a global problem, there is a lot of fake news, do not follow that. And then what we did, we started looking at the advisories which were from WHO and the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, and we started simplifying those advisories.
Alfaze Mewat is another community radio in Mewat that has been working on the same lines to help villagers of Mewat to access information and COVID-19 services. It has its studio in Ghaghas, a village tucked deep in the heart of Mewat with the Aravali range of mountains forming a beautiful backdrop. These community radio stations have turned out to be a boon for villagers, as it is helping them in eradicating myths and making informed decisions in the pandemic times.
कोरोना चल रहा है तो ये घर से बाहर नहीं निकलेंगे, हमको बहुत डर लग रहा था कि ये कैसी भयानक बीमारी आ गई, इससे कैसा बचा जाएगा या अपने बच्चों को कैसे हम बचाएंगे। तो हमें इसका कुछ पता नहीं था, खाली डर था कि हम कहाँ जाएं, कैसे बचें, क्या कुछ बच्चों को खिलाएं। तो हमने फिर रेडियो के माध्यम से सुना था कि भाई रेडियो कोरोना से डरना नहीं है, इससे हमें सुरक्षित रहना है।
These two radio stations are among several community radio stations such as the Noida-based Salam Namaste and the Gurugram-based Gurgaon Ki Awaaz that have been running a range of COVID-19 related community-oriented programs.
Next, we bring you a few short stories about the recent developments and happenings from around the world in our section World in Focus.
The scholarship granting ceremony of Aeon One Person Club Foundation was recently held in Chiba Prefecture with a total number of 37 students.
イオンスカラシップ認定証新規生37名の皆様をイオンスカラシップ2021年度小学生として認定いたします。コロナ禍でありますが、留学の経験が将来の自分の糧になるものと捉えていただき、より充実した学びの多い充実した留学生活を送っていただきたいなと思います。皆さん一人一人の夢に向かって歩みを止めることなく頑張っていただきたいと思います。 私からの挨拶とさせていただきます。
New scholarship students introduce their dreams and plans. The Aeon Scholarship is an allowance-based scholarship for university students in various Asian countries and self-financed Asian students studying in Japan. Under it, students can get financial support for 2 years, grants in university classes fee and lodging expenses. A total of 14 universities are accepting this scholarship.
Let me begin by expressing our sincere and deep appreciation to Ion 1% Club Foundation for granting scholarship to students from various countries in Asia since 2006.
The project was started in the year 2006 with the hope that scholarship recipients will play an active role by connecting their home countries with Japan via excelling in their respective fields.
いろいろイオングループは将来東南アジアで出ていった時に少しお互いの交流があるということで、イオンとしてもいろいろ彼らの協力も得たいなというふうに思ってるんですけど、イオン 1% クラブのスカラシップ制度をぜひ活用して、皆さんが日本と各国との架け橋となるように活躍をしていただきたいというふうに思ってますので、ぜひご応募ください。よろしくお願いします。
Till now, 951 students from 12 countries have received Aeon scholarships and have studied in Japan. The principle of Aeon is to establish a global circle and develop budding talents that can perform globally. The 38th annual New Jersey Lottery Festival of Ballooning has set off from Reddington, New Jersey, where crowds watched as over 100 colorful hot air balloons filled the sky. The clear sunny day and calm winds were ideal for flight, as families enjoyed the festival that was returning after last year's event was cancelled because of the coronavirus pandemic.
Ballooning was founded in France, and that's where they perfected it. And of course, the French, they like to drink wine. So at the end of every flight, we celebrate with a champagne toast, and we toast first-time passengers. We toast landowners, because without landowners, we wouldn't have a place to land, and we toast our crew.
I've lived here for 13 years in Hunterdon County in Flemington, New Jersey, and I've never had a balloon land in my backyard ever, and I'm so excited because we were watching them from our porch this morning, and then all of a sudden there was a balloon that was right over our house, and I was like, land! And they finally landed, and I couldn't be happier.
The New Jersey Division of Travel and Tourism says the annual festival is the largest summertime hot air balloon and music festival in North America. Currently, hot air balloon events are being organized in many other countries like Russia, Spain, New Zealand and more. Ogoni town is located in Kumamoto Prefecture in southern Japan. It is famous for its lush green cedar forest. For 250 years, the residents of the area have been running a sustainable project to plant cedar trees and sell its woods because of this cedar wood being the main source of timber to build homes in Japan. Each of these huge cedar trees have registered numbers and a documented date of planting. The story of Ogoni cedar began in the Edo period, when a samurai leader distributed 25 seedlings of cedar trees to every farmer in the area to plant them so their children and grandchildren would benefit from its wood in the future. Now, there are more than 1 million cedar trees in Ogoni.
この小国の杉、結構全国でも有名になってきてます。で、他の地域とちょっと違うところと言いますと、小国町は温泉の出る土地柄なんですけど、その地下から出る地熱の蒸気、これを活用して木材を乾かすという全国、日本でもここだけしかやっていない取り組みを今やっています。
Ogoni residents live in the bounties of cedar trees. In order to emphasize their strong relationship with cedar, the residents use its wood for construction of buildings, as one can see the extensive use of wood and metal joints here in this municipal complex. Houses in the town are built using local cedar wood for their flexibility and strength. The unique and beautiful coloring of the cedar green enhances harmony in the design of Japanese-style room.
私が小国に住んでいて、小国で家を建てようと思ったので杉で作りました。もし別な場所に住んでいて別な場所に家を作るんだったら小国杉を使おうと思わなかったと思います。触って気持ちがいい。手に触っても気持ちいいし、足の裏で触っても気持ちいいし。
Every year, about 38,000 cedar trees are cut in Ogoni, but 40,000 seedlings are planted too. This way of preserving trees has become an example of sustainability throughout Japan and the world.
That's all we have for you this week. Your comments and suggestions are important to us. Do give us your feedback at myindia@nin.com. I'm your host Skyrim, and it's goodbye from the entire production team.